2011 Korea. A law was passed banning teachers from using corporal punishment on students. It goes into effect immediately. You'd think this would be a good thing, but after the law was enacted, teachers found it damn near impossible to keep students in check. The kids were way smarter than the adults expected and quickly figured out how to use the law to their advantage. Surveys showed that 85% of teachers said their job had become unbearable. One day, when the loss of teacher authority and school chaos reached its peak, tragedy struck. A teacher was killed by a student. While the media was busy obsessing over some celebrity scandal, the Ministry of Education decided to revise the law, adding a clause to protect teachers' rights. 2 years passed. On an ordinary day, as students were leaving school, they stumbled upon a gruesome scene. One of their classmates was dead. His name was Park Seok. What he did wasn't exactly shocking. He had been the school's #1 outcast. His nickname alone told you everything about the hell he went through. The first person to witness his death was a freshman named Kim Kimin. His first reaction? A nervous chuckle. Damn, that hit hard. How many decibels? Let me check. Hey, only 67? Kinda weak. Watch this, I'll show you how it's done. Oh shit! Damn, listen to that scream. Well, damn, over 100. That's gotta be a world record. Nah, that's weak. Let me hit him again. Go on, scream. Ain't nobody coming to save you. And just like that, Kimin became the school's new punching bag. Not that he planned on putting up with it. He complained to the teachers. His homeroom teacher even promised to fix the problem and called out the bullies in front of the whole class. Naturally, that only pissed them off more. From that moment on, they doubled down on tormenting Kimin, as if daring him to just drop dead already. Kimin couldn't wrap his head around why the teacher handled it that way. Why call them out in front of everyone, knowing it'd only make things worse? Everything became clear when Kimin overheard a conversation in the teacher's smoking area. They were discussing how to handle things without corporal punishment, and his homeroom teacher just shrugged and said, "It's actually easier this way. No need to step in. We're teachers. Our job is to teach, not to teach them how to live. Let them figure that out themselves." That's when Kimin realized the teacher never planned on helping. He had no support, just 2 choices: transfer schools or endure 3 more years of hell. But then, things started to shift. The cops got interested in the death of the former outcast. This is it! Things are finally gonna get better, Kimin thought. They didn't. To keep things quiet, the teachers ordered everyone to shut up and not tell the cops a damn thing. Meanwhile, the school bullies made sure no one even thought about snitching. And just like that, they found a new target. Pfft! Kimin's even more fun than the last loser. Kimin lost all hope. He realized there was only one way to change everything. If he died, there would be an investigation. Both students and teachers would get royally screwed. Yeah, that's how it's gonna go down. Whoa, hold up! Where the hell do you think you're going? You can't just off yourself with witnesses around. That's not how this works. And who the hell are you? You a teacher or something? Long story. Let's just say, yeah, something like that. And what the hell is a teacher doing up here on the roof? I just like the view. You can see everything way clearer from up here. I don't know what kind of school you guys are running, but tomorrow I'm gonna tear this place apart. But for now, mind walking me to the teacher's lounge? They walked on. On the way, the teacher questioned Kim. So, you were gonna jump? Grades, bullying, or something else? Either way, 3 years and it's over. Why stress so much? That dumb teacher doesn't get a damn thing. Hold out for 3 more years? What if it's so bad you can't even last another day? Kim said that and immediately took a knee to the face. What the hell was Kimin doing here? Wasn't he sent to KFC for some crispy chicken? And where is it? Did he eat it all? Damn, is he seriously trying to die today? Is he out of his mind? Where's the chicken? Hey! At that moment, the black-haired man grabbed the punk by the hair and slapped him so hard he flew to the other side of the hallway. So you think you can say and do whatever the hell you want, huh? Oh, sorry. Had to knock some sense into you. Gotta make sure this spreads all over the internet. Go on. Hit record. Oh, you really want this? Then fight back. How's that feel, you freaking dumbass? You serious? I know a YouTuber, he'll expose your face. Oh yeah? So I'm gonna be famous? Then I better make these punches look even prettier. And harder. Damn, the teacher's out here punching students now? The homeroom teacher had just walked up and was completely lost. Who the hell was this guy? Meanwhile, the punk finally snapped, "This guy's a teacher? What kind of teacher does this? Time to teach him a lesson." A quick leg sweep, bam! He sent the thug crashing headfirst through the doorway. And honestly, it looked like his head belonged right there. All right, time for some real education, and nothing teaches better than a cane to the backside. After a good round of painful strikes, the punk was completely knocked out. Whoa, that was a great sound effect. Too bad the approaching vice principal didn't think so. Who the hell is this black-haired guy? Oh right, he works here. As of today. No wonder the principal hadn't heard about it. This info was classified to keep the school from preparing. Here's the ID. Take a look for yourself. Nawajin, Ministry of Education. The vice principal watches the news, right? Maybe he remembers that teacher who got beaten to death by a student 2 years ago? Well, after that, the ministry passed a reform to protect teachers' rights. Long story short, they created a special unit, the Protection Bureau. More details will come in an official letter tomorrow, explaining exactly what the Bureau does in schools like this. Schools that turn a blind eye when students die, and then try to cover it up from the police. Schools like this need real education. From now on, Manhwa Jin would be leading an investigation here. Oh, and one more thing. If he needs to shave a little hair off that old bastard's head, he has no restrictions on his teaching methods. The government gave him full authority, so it's time for some real lessons. The next day, in the teacher's lounge, Manhwa Jin watched a YouTube video of students getting beaten up. Sitting next to him were the school's principal and the vice principal. Looks like we got a little misunderstanding here. For 3 years straight, this school has been ranked as one of the best. Last year, Ryu Won-pil, the third most powerful man in the ruling party, even backed them. Their graduates are all very successful. So let's have Huang report to the ministry that everything's fine here, and this small gift will help him make the right decision. But the newly appointed teacher immediately stepped on the envelope. Principal, looks like you got the wrong idea. I may work for the Ministry of Education, but I'm no teacher or professor. I have no rights or authority to evaluate this school. Thanks for the compliment, I guess. But old geezers like you should be ashamed of yourselves. Oh, and I almost forgot to ask. That ex-con student, Pak Sok, what class was he in? The class was named, of course. And right now, the dude's getting wasted in there. And what's he spitting out? What, you deaf or just dumb as hell? He was told to drink. What, did he lose all his brain cells? But before this guy, Hyun, could say anything else, some student in a red shirt cut him off. Knock it off! They're not doing this for fun. You guys were wasted just yesterday, and now you stink like a whole damn brewery. You're just blaming this poor bastard to save your own asses. But Chu Hyun didn't get it. Nobody was gonna mess with them anyway. The kid in red? He's a congressman's son. Meanwhile, the girls in class were talking about some video of a student getting his ass beat. But was that even at their school? The uniform looked similar. But lots of schools had ones like that. Then suddenly, the classroom door swung open, and in walked the teacher. All right, everyone, say hello. Why do they all look so damn shocked? Their homeroom teacher didn't warn them, or what? He took medical leave for a couple of weeks. So now Manhwa Jin was filling in. Kinda embarrassing to admit, but this was his first time teaching. He just hoped to get along with everyone. Judging by the dead silence in the room, though, no one gave a damn about him. All right, whatever. Let's do introductions and I'll fill in the attendance sheet. Hwa Jin quickly went through the roll call until he got to the name Pak Tai Sok. Huh? No one's seen this guy? Weird. but all the seats are taken. Oh, he's dead. Been gone a while. Dumb as hell, grades were trash too. People like that don't last long. What, teacher, you didn't know? Well, now Hua Jin did. Alright, let's keep going. Next, Pak Pyong-soo. Oh? What's with this guy? Something bothering him? No. This smell. Which one of you? You reek too. Y'all been drinking together? Nah, man, what? I just sit next to him. Hold up. You know your smells are different. Just a hunch, but you got hammered yesterday. Still haven't shaken off the hangover, then got your classmate drunk so no one would suspect you. What the hell kind of bullshit are you saying? So you're the one who killed Pak Tae-sok? The hungover guy was about to run his mouth like usual, but someone grabbed his lips. Hua Jin had only planned to scope out the school today, but this dumbass was just asking for it, so he might as well deal with him. Hey, class rep, take this poor bastard to the nurse's office. Looks like he's got some lip issues. Oh, so that's how it is. A congressman's son. Damn, that's wild. Nawa Jin had almost made a terrible mistake. He was just about to lay a finger on Jun Hyun. But that guy? Just a lackey from the bureau. The congressman himself would have buried him without a second thought. Good thing the principal filled him in. Not that he deserved any thanks. It was his job, after all. But suddenly, grabbing the kid by the face, Juan continued. Principal, did you know the only reason these kids are drowning in this rotten atmosphere is because you're too busy sucking up? This little brat sees you as nothing but a lapdog, and everyone else just follows his lead. That's how this school's unique culture was born. If we want to restore this school's authority, we need to tear that culture down. And if you ever get in my way again, you'll experience firsthand what my version of education looks like. Now then, gather all the teachers in the gym, he ordered. I have an announcement to make. And the bureau agent wasn't bluffing. In front of a whole crowd of teachers, he stated that he had discovered serious issues in the school, problems he couldn't tackle alone. So, Hwan Jin said, while I'm here, the rest of you can act just like me. The black-haired man would take full responsibility for their actions. Nothing would come back to bite them. Opening a small cabinet, he added, let them take their pick. One of the female teachers looked horrified. Wait, is he suggesting corporal punishment? But there are human rights. Not everyone shared her concern. Teacher Park Kim, for example, had been waiting for this chance. Now, he could finally put those little bloodsuckers in their place. And he wasn't the only one. Many teachers were all for it. From the moment Nahua Jin arrived at the school, things changed. No, they changed drastically, especially among the teachers over 40. They practically turned it into a competition over who could punish the most students. Some even went way too far. Of course, not all students took these new rules quietly. One kind-hearted teacher, for example, had a rough time. But Nahua Jin was right there. Looks like this kid's got the wrong idea, he smirked. Guess we'll have a little private chat about his future. After just one of these conversations, students came back like completely different people. Corporal punishment became the norm, and the local elite, they hated it. What is this? A school or a damn prison camp? But what was really up with Jun Hyun? Why hadn't he just called his dad and shut this whole thing down? Or maybe he didn't want to? No, he knew. This whole experiment was serious business. Best not to stir things up. The order to carry it out had come directly from the chairman of the ruling party. Of course, that half-assed explanation didn't sit well with the guys. What, they're chickening out? But who said no? Jun Hyun was just waiting for the right moment. Soon, they'd turn this whole thing upside down, without even lifting a finger themselves. That's why he'd invited that loser up to the rooftop. Meanwhile, outside, Hwan Jin asked Kim Kimin, those guys who used to mess with you, are they still bothering you? Nah. Should they be? Good. One thing led to another, and they started talking about the whole situation. But Kimin wasn't convinced. There was no way those bullies had actually changed. The moment Huan Jin was gone, things would go right back to how they were. It was awful. Man, you're such a pessimist, the black-haired man chuckled. Don't worry, I've got a plan. And then, out of nowhere, a beaten-up Pak Pens appeared. They're gonna kill him, someone shouted. He needs help now! Of course, Manhwa Jin was more than willing to hear the student out. But just as he stepped forward, looking for a quieter spot, Ensu pulled out a knife and stabbed him. That was Jun Hyun's plan all along. Make it look like some weakling couldn't handle the corporal punishments and snapped, trying to kill the teacher. Too bad it didn't work. Huan Jin grabbed the kid's arm and twisted it behind his back. If you're gonna pull a knife, at least use it properly, he smirked. A 1 centimeter deep wound, that wouldn't even be enough to get him out of club activities. Looks like they were about to have a very serious talk.